students, welcome to this session. In this session, let us understand the structure of plasma membrane. By now, we all have an idea what is plasma membrane, correct? If you look at this structure, this is a room-like structure which is called as cell, and this cell is covered by a membrane called as the plasma membrane, correct? Now, let us understand the structure of plasma membrane. What is plasma membrane made of? The plasma membrane is made up of lipids and proteins. What are lipids? I'll explain you because you're not so much familiar about lipids. But when I talk about proteins, this word is very familiar to you because we often use this word, correct? So, the elders may use to take the protein-rich food. So like that, this word is much familiar for us. But when I talk about lipids, it is not so familiar. I'll explain you what are lipids. So by now understand what is the plasma membrane made of. It is made up of lipids as well as the proteins. And this plasma membrane, it can be only observed with the help of electron microscope. It can be seen with the help of electron microscope because its structure is very complex. It cannot be seen with a simple microscope. It can be only observed with the help of compound microscope. And the structure of the plasma membrane is also known as the lipid bilayer structure. The plasma membrane is also having the another name. The another name of plasma membrane is called as the lipid bilayer structure. You can observe the structure of the lipid bilayer here, where this structure is made up of proteins as well as the lipids. This is actually the structure which is found inside the cell, that is inside the cytoplasm. Okay? So now, let us understand what are lipids. Lipids are basically the organic substances which are insoluble in water. What is meant by insoluble in water? That means they are not soluble in water. What is meant by organic substances? They are the substances which are made up of the carbon compounds. So these substances, these organic substances are insoluble in water. So what are lipids? Lipids are the organic substances which are insoluble in water. So when we look at the functions of the lipids, lipids helps in the storage of energy. It also helps in the construction of cell membrane. I repeat, it helps in the storage of energy and also it helps in the construction to build the cell membrane. And whatever the energy which is stored, it will be stored in the form of fat cells, and this will be used later when there is starvation. Starvation means when you are feeling hungry, when you do not get food, then your body needs energy. That energy will be received by the fat cells which are present in the body. Clear? And then basically the lipids are classified into two types. What are the two types of lipids? The first type is non-polar lipid and the second one is the polar lipid. Let us understand what is non-polar lipid. Non-polar lipid are basically hydrophobic. What is meant by phobia? Phobia means it is the fear. Hydro means water. That means it is having the fear towards the water. Non-polar lipids are the lipids which have the fear towards the water. Hence we call it as hydrophobic. And when I talk about polar lipids are hydrophilic. Again, the hydro means water. Philic means it is the attraction. It is the affinity. So the water is having the attraction towards the end of any compound. Here the polar lipids are the lipids which have the attraction or the affinity towards the water. Clear? And there is also another type of lipid which you have to remember, that is amphipathic. What is meant by amphipathic then? Amphipathic lipids are the lipids which have the nature of both hydrophilic as well as the hydrophobic. It has the nature of hydrophilic. Hydrophilic means it has this scariness, that is the fearness towards the water. Hydrophilic means it is having the affinity towards the water. Hydrophilic means it is having the affinity towards the water. Hydrophobic means it is having the fear towards the water. And if the lipids are having both the nature of hydrophilic and hydrophobic, then we call it as amphipathic lipids. Clear? So now finally let us understand the functions of plasma membrane. When we look at the functions of plasma membrane gives the protection to the cell. You know the cell, right? So this cell is having the protection, that is the boundary. That boundary is called as the plasma membrane. So plasma membrane gives the protection to the cell, and it also helps in the movement of water as well as the gases in and out of the cell. What do you mean by in and out, and what do you mean by the movement of water and gases? Just remember, when I say the movement of water, it is osmosis, correct? And when I say the movement of gas, it is the diffusion. So the movement of water and gases are being taken care by the plasma membrane. So whatever the movement of gases, if the gases enter inside the cell or it exits outside the cell, or the water enter inside the cell or water exits outside the cell, it is all being taken care by the plasma membrane. Okay? And the most important and the last point is the flexibility of plasma membrane enables the cells to engulf the food and other materials from the surrounding. That means, let us consider it as a cell. If this cell is needed, it requires something, what happen? It will stretch its body. That means it flexibly stretch its body. What is the body here? The plasma membrane. It flexibly stretches the plasma membrane, thereby it enables to engulf the food. That means it takes the food inside, and also the other materials which are present outside, it is the surrounding. And this process we call it as endocytosis. I repeat, the process of engulfing the food and other materials from the surrounding by the flexible expanding of plasma membrane is called as endocytosis. To make you understand better, I will give you an example of amoeba. You all know that the amoeba does not have the fixed shape. Its body is pseudocelic. That means false body cavity. Suppose if amoeba has to engulf the food, that means it has to take the food inside. What does an amoeba do? It extends its projections, that is the body. It extends the finger-like projections of the body, thereby it engulfs the food. That means it takes the food inside the permeable membrane, that is the plasma membrane, semi-permeable membrane. Okay, so thereby the amoeba engulfs the food. As the result, the food enters. Here you can see that. You can observe the changes taken place in the case of amoeba. Here the food is present and the shape of the amoeba is different. Here, as a result of the stretching, that is the amoeba is stretching its body, thereby it is making the food to move inside. Here in the third picture you can see that the amoeba took the food inside, thereby it engulfed the food and other materials from the surroundings. And this process we call it as endocytosis. Here we have to observe that the plasma membrane is very flexible. Because of the flexibility of plasma membrane, amoeba is able to engulf the food. It is able to take the food inside. I hope you all have understood the functions of plasma membrane. In the next video, I will come up with another topic. Until, thank you.